Good morning, all of you. Your today's topic is on the basis of presence or absence of locomotory organs, phylum Protozoa is divided into following 5 classes. The Protozoa divided into 5 classes. The first class is class Rhizopoda. The Rhizopoda includes 80,000 species of animals. In that animals all are naked animals, locomotion by temporary pseudopodia, excretion usually with contractile vacuoles. Majority free living. Example of that class is amoeba, entamoeba, arcella, polystomela, etc. The second class of phylum Protozoa is Mastigophora or Flagellata. It includes 2000 species of protozoan animals. Body covered with thin pellicle. The locomotory organ is undulating flagella. These animals are free-living and solitary. Some are parasitic, and the example is Cryptomonas, Euglena, Chlamydomonas, Volvox, etc. The third class is Sporozoa. It includes 2000 species of protozoan animals. In Sporozoa, animals' body covered with thick cuticle or pellicle. Locomotory organs is absent. Mouth and cytophagy present. Spore formation during sexual reproduction. Exclusively parasitic and degenerated. Example of that animals is Monocystis, Gregarina and Plasmodium. Class 4th is Ciliata. The Ciliata class include 2500 species. The body of ciliates animals naked and bound by a firm pellicle externally. Locomotory organ is hair-like numerous cilia, mouth and cytophagy along with oral apparatus. Nuclei, two types of nuclei, micro and macronuclei. The example of that animal is Ophalina, Paramecium, Balantidium, Vorticella, etc. The last class of phylum Protozoa is Suctoria. It includes only 200 species. These animals are sessile, infusoria, and the locomotory organ is youngs are motile with cilia and adults are without cilia with two kinds of tentacles, and the example is Acineta, Ephelota, Dendrosoma, etc. Your next topic is locomotion in protozoa. Locomotion in protozoa. Locomotion is the movement or progression through the medium in which the animals change their place and position so as to get food material, partners, protection, and suitable environment. This is the definition of locomotion. The protozoa exhibit 3 different types of locomotion, each performed with a particular type of locomotory organelles and each characteristic of a different class of the phylum. The seat of locomotion lies in the ectoplasm since locomotory organelles either arise from it or are present in it. First locomotion is amoeboid or creeping. It is performed by changing following and cytoplasmic processes, the pseudopodia. It is characteristics of class Rhizopoda and many sporozoa. Second type of locomotion is swimming. It may be performed either with the help of flexible protoplasmic thread, the flagella, or with the help of shorter vibratile threads, the cilia. It is characteristic of class Mastigophora and Ciliata respectively. The third locomotory type in protozoa is metaboly or gliding. In class Sporozoa, external locomotory organelles are absent, but gliding and change in form takes place in some of them due to the contraction of the myonems found in the body. The locomotory organelles are closely associated with the body surface and may also help in food capture besides locomotion. They may be combined with internal contractile organelles. Next, locomotory organelles in protozoa includes four types. First organ is pseudopodia, second flagella, third cilia, and fourth pellicular contractile structure. First, pseudopodia, or it is also called as lobopodia. It is seen in animal amoeba. The amoebae movement is called as lobopodia or pseudopodiary movement. There are lobe-like pseudopodia with broad and rounded ends as in amoeba, composed of both ectoplasm as well as ectoplasm. Lobopodian move by pressure flow mechanism. They are found in those protozoa which do not possess a definite pellicle. They may be of ectoplasm or they may also have a core of endoplasm. They can be retracted when not needed and form a new. They are of various shape, size, structure and activity found in different protozoa. This is the second type of pseudopodiary movement organ is philopodia. These are more or less filamentous pseudopodia, usually tapering from base to pointed tip as in Euglypha. Philopodia are composed of ectoplasm only. These are slender, thread-like or filamentous with pointed tips and radiating from the body in all directions. They are branched. They are made up of only hyaline ectoplasm. And the example is Euglypha. Third locomotory organ in pseudopodia is reticulopodia. The reticulopodia are filamentous. Filament are branched and interconnected. Reticulopodia display two-wave flow of cytoplasm. These are thin, long, and branching. The branches anastomose to form a large, complex network which also serve as a trap of capturing food. And the example is Alphidium animal. Next, type of pseudopodia is exopodia. They have needle-like straight pseudopodia. They contain a central axial rod which is covered by granular and adhesive cytoplasm. Exopodia display two-way flow of cytoplasm. Exopodia are characteristics of heliozoans. These are steep, spine-like and semi-transparent pseudopodia, and mainly serving for food capture rather than locomotion. They are made up of ectoplasm with a hard central axial filament of endoplasm. The central rod can be easily absorbed and reformed. They are found in actinopterus. The next locomotory type of protozoa is flagellary movement or flagella. In flagella, there are also subtypes, that is stichonomastic. It is present only one row of lateral appendages. Second type of flagella, pantognaematic. It is present two or more rows of lateral appendages. Third type, acronematic. Lateral appendages are absent and axoneme ends as a terminal neck axial filament. Pentachromatic, two or more rows of lateral appendages and the axoneme ends in terminal neck axial filament. And last type of flagella is anematic, simple without any lateral appendages and a terminal neck filament. Flagella are extremely thin, delicate and highly vibratile thread-like extensions of the protoplasm. They are characteristics of class Mastigophora. They are used for swimming, for creating food currents, for anchorage, and as sensory organelles for exploring the media. A flagellum is a cylindrical or band-like, consists of a firm elastic, straight or spiral axial filament, the axonema, enclosed by a protective contractile protoplasmic sheath. In some flagella, sheath may bear a row of minute lateral processes, the mastigonemes, along one or both the borders. The flagellar movement performs a series of lateral movements driving the organisms forward. Waves of spiral undulations pass over the flagellum from the base to the tip. A single wave or beat describes a helix. The force generated by the beat pushes the water backward and propels the organism forward. Spiral beating of the flagellum makes the organism progress in a spiral path around a straight line and at the same time rotate about its own long axis. Rotation occurs in such a way that the same surface of the body always faces the central axis of the spiral path. Third movement of protozoa is ciliary movement. In movement, cilia bend and straighten alternately. In the effective stroke, the cilia beat back as straight rigid rods. In the recovery stroke, the cilia return to their original position. The cilia are characteristic of class Ciliata and larval Sectoria. Cilia are slender, fine, vibratile processes which resemble the flagella in structure and mechanism of movement but differ in being very short and numerous. Besides locomotion, they often serve as food capturing and tactile organelles. They are relatively much shorter compared to the size of the body. They are generally present in far greater numerous in protozoa is said to have about 11,600 cilia on its body. The paramecium has from 10,000 to 14,000 cilia distributed equally all over the body. In specialized groups, they are either confined to certain areas of the body. For example, Stylonychia. A cilia is morphologically similar to flagellum and consists of an axoneme surrounded by an elastic sheath. The axoneme arises from a basal granule or blepharoplast situated deep in the ectoplasm. These are the methods of locomotion. Basically, there are four known methods by which protozoa move: pseudopodial movement, flagellar movement, ciliary movement, and metabolic movement. This is the figure of pseudopodial movement. The pseudopodium is fixed on the support by some adhesive secretion and the protoplasm of the body gradually flows into it. The ectoplasm is dissolved and the endoplasm flows. New pseudopodia appear and by the repetition of the process, the animal slowly creeps forward. This is the movement of pseudopodia. Flagellar movements takes place. Three types of flagellar movement have been recognized. Pedal stroke. Common movement of a flagellum is sideways lash consisting of an effective downstroke and a relaxed recovery stroke. Undulating motion, wave-like undulations in flagellum proceed from tip to base and from base to tip. Third, simple conical gyration. Butch's screw theory postulates a spiral turning of flagellum like screw. This exerts propelling action, pulling the animal forward through water. This type of movement occur in water. Third, ciliary movement. Some protozoans move with the help of cilia. Cilia are small hair-like structure present usually in large numbers on the body surface. A cilium has practically the same histology as that flagellum. The cilia acts as small oars and the backward strokes are swift which push the animal forward. This type of movement present in ciliary type. Fourth type, metabolic movement. This is a typical of certain flagellates, example Euglena, and most sporozoans at certain stages of their life cycles. Such organisms are seen to show gliding or wriggling or peristaltic movement, contractile myomes or microtubules present in their pellicular walls. Movements of this kind are also referred as Gregarian movement. Watch the video of locomotion in protozoa. Thank you.
Locomotion, that is the ability to move about, is very highly developed in protists. Protists basically use any one of 3 different cell structures for locomotion. Perhaps the most common of these are the wiggling hair-like structures called cilia, seen here. Organisms possessing cilia are classified into the protist phylum known as the ciliates. Besides being used for locomotion, many ciliates also use cilia to sweep food into mouth-like openings in their cells.